Studios.
Long ago, on the fields of battle, in the year 2017, two men met to decide once and for all what the most metal things in the universe are. But there can be only one. What's more metal? With Dan Weber, Nariko and Randy.
Hey everybody, welcome to What's More Metal, the only podcast for two badass frog licking, butt kicking comedians.
I need to get high.
Yeah, do the most metal shit in the universe. I am comedian Nariko. Across from me, the Zod to my Superman. The hammer to my Thor.
Yeah.
Comedian Dan Weber.
What's up?
Yeah. We have a special guest that we're doing this in my basement. That's why it sounds like it's in a basement.
Yeah.
And we got a special guest. We got super badass comedian Shane Brandon.
Now, do me. Do what you did.
Oh yeah, the
Do me.
oh okay. Well, how do I?
Chugging.
I don't know.
The little to your Bo Peep.
The little to my Bo Peep. Sure. The giant to my beanstalk.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm trying to think of like.
Not racist ones.
Yeah, exactly. I was like going through like a list. I'm like, nope, can't say that. Can't say. No, I was trying to think of like what what our dynamic is. Yeah,
Diners to your drives.
yeah. Son of a bitch.
The guy to your feet.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that is pretty good. That is good.
You're the eggs to my Fieri. Jesus hell.
Spinach to your spinach.
Yeah, Shane and I were at the 10,000 Laughs Festival in Minneapolis, and we watched too much diners, drive-ins, and dives.
Too much. It was a good amount.
Oh my god.
I'm stuck on it now.
And Shane was watching it mostly to watch me lose my fucking mind. Every third thing that motherfucker said. I will never. Somebody added a bunch of spinach as an ingredient because he was like, "We had some paprika. All right, gotta have that paprika. Gonna throw some pepper. Get hot with it, daddy." And then like shit like that. I swear to God. And then it was like, yeah. And then our final ingredient's the spinach. And then he said, he's all, "Whoa there, spinach captain." And I might have had a seizure right there. I don't even know. I think I had a stroke. I'm so mad.
I'm actually glad you brought that up because I had forgotten what phrase would annoy you.
Oh my God.
And now it's like, whoa there, spinach captain.
Whoa there, spinach captain.
Because Nariko was laying
Oh my God.
topless in his bed.
Yeah, as I do.
Sensual.
As I do.
His nipples turned beet red.
Yeah.
Mad he was.
Yeah.
He almost threw his phone across the room.
Yeah, it's also how I hide when danger's around.
It was great.
Dude, oh my
Whoa there, asparagus admiral. Like,
Jesus. It doesn't make any fucking sense, and it made me so mad.
Yeah.
spinach captain is
Whoa there, spinach
a
captain.
fucking ridiculous thing to
If
say.
he said Captain Spinach,
Captain Spinach.
that's kind of that sort of something.
You would have gotten less mad.
I would have been like, that sucks, but at least it makes human sense. It makes human sense, like on the earth. Just
Yeah.
might as well. Play-Doh's a spinach game for kids, or whatever. You're like, I don't know what you just said out loud. It made me so mad.
Yeah, you were right. After a while, it was on, and you were kind of like just in your phone and just checking in every now and then. I stopped watching the TV and was only kind of side-eyeing Nariko to wait to see how he would respond.
It kept happening. It probably every 7 minutes, I'd be like,
entertaining.
ah! It's so fucking.
Hang on there, lettuce cop.
Oh my God.
That's fucking funny.
It made. I'm still so fucking mad about it. But yes,
Minneapolis was a good time, man.
it was a really fun time. Yeah.
Bring it on.
Shane got me into playing Big Buck Hunter
Oh, right.
Hunter.
and Golden Tee. He made me a real bougie fucking dad.
I didn't make you. I introduced you to it.
I
And then
fucking
you-
love.
I put the needle on the table.
I legit love Golden Tee now. I think
loved
it
so that lady
fucking.
got very aggressive with me.
Oh Jesus! Some drunk lady was super aggressively hitting on Shane, just
Yeah.
like
Hitting on me that's putting it lightly.
yeah.
She came up behind me and put her hands on me Like she was very familiar with
Yeah, it was very, yeah.
Yeah. And for a while, I
And she was a Minneapolis 5.
Sturdy.
For sure.
She was a sturdy lady.
Sturdy. Yeah.
Nice.
I thought it was Nariko for a second, but then she gripped me, and that strength, I was like, that's not Nariko.
Yeah.
No, it wasn't. I grip you differently. So that was a whole thing.
So that was a good time.
How was we've banked a bunch of episodes in advance. Randy's in Spain like a fucking dickhead.
Espana.
He's been in España.
Yeah.
He's just having a 3-week siesta.
Yeah.
I have not slept. And then, but what have you, like, what's, anything happened, Dan?
In the last 3 weeks?
I don't know, man. It's something memorable. What, like,
I'm trying to
name the top 12.
The top 12 things. Honestly, like, let's see. I did a whole bunch of shows. I legitimately did this as a bit yesterday. The fucking tapping thing that blew my fucking mind. That's easily the highlight of the last 3 weeks.
Yeah.
That fucking
Explain it.
it's the dumbest fucking thing.
Yeah.
You tap on yourself.
You have a therapist that you Skype with.
Yes.
And then they told you to do this.
Yes.
Okay.
And then what you do, you repeat a phrase, like an affirmation phrase, while tapping on various parts of your body, but it's not just the leg, like it's head, shit, and you just keep doing that, and then it's supposed to make you feel better. And the worst part is that it absolutely worked. Oh yeah, it worked 1,000 times better than anything ever has. Like I still feel good from it. Like it's been over 24 hours, still feeling the effects.
God damn,
it's fucking insane.
I need to look into it.
I've heard. My barber was telling me he goes to this hippy dippy therapist, and he's just like, yeah, she has me tap all over myself while I say, what you said, like an affirmation.
Yeah. And it fucking worked.
Why do you think it works?
No, I don't care. Like I don't.
Yeah, if he cracks the code, then it won't work anymore.
I mean, the thing is, I guess, I did some research on it, and a bunch of people are like, it's just a placebo effect, and I'm like, well,
who cares?
The placebo effect is just it working. Like you feel better, so I don't understand why that's a problem.
Who gives a fuck? It's a capsule full of sugar that keeps a gun out of my mouth. I mean, who gives a shit?
I guess, that's context then, because I walked in at Helium last night. We were at the mic, and I walked into the showroom at probably in the middle of you doing that bit, and you just kept yelling at a crowd full of people. Tapping fucking feels good. I fucking tap all day.
I was like, I'm gonna be chasing that tap dragon the rest of my fucking life.
Chasing that tap dragon.
Did you? Oh fuck! You did that at Jake's mic, right?
Yeah, but it was a really abbreviated version.
I really like because you're like, I'm so mad that I'm feel good.
Look, legitimately, you do it. It's so dumb.
Yeah,
and you're like. You mean to tell me that my body is like an Xbox controller with a cheat code and no one told me until now? Fuck you. I'm 49.
Yeah.
Just now finding out about it. Eat a dick.
Yeah.
Why doesn't my body come with a user manual that's worth a shit?
That's so fucking funny, man.
Yeah, it's fucking absurd. I don't know if it will work for anyone else or if it will ever work this well again. But I don't care. Like it worked once, and that's good enough.
How upset you are that you feel so good.
It's more like I'm just more upset that it was half joking, but it's more. I'm just more pissed that it's like, fucking that worked.
Yeah.
Like everything else I've ever tried, exercise, all that is absolute horse shit. I just needed to tap on my face. Like, fuck you. That is some bullshit, man.
Where's your preferred tap spots?
That's private. Whoa.
Well, there's specific spots that you do it in a specific order.
You don't go tapping willy nilly.
No.
Yeah. You never used a cheat code before? You don't just hit any direction in any key.
You go up, down, left, right, start, and then you're fucking invincible.
You just type in anything. You type Justin Bailey .. See, that's so funny, man.
Yeah, it's fucking nuts.
I think that's so. Yeah. That's fucking hilarious. I don't know. I'm starting to think my depression is all energy based. It's 100% like I get tired and I'm like, fuck this. I'm checking out. I don't want to do this. Like, and then I'll have a cup of coffee and be like, I feel great. I'm fine. I can do this. Like, I'm fine. Like, to have a yerba mate away from like just, not performing gunnalingus, as I like to call it.
Coming to a real understanding about yourself.
Understanding. Before I really let noose about things. Let noose. So stupid. No, okay. 2
Before
weeks
you travel
ago,
down the road to redemption.
taking the old bullet train at a. No, 2 weeks ago, I broke my toe.
All right.
I was over at my girlfriend's place, and middle of the night I had to get up to pee, and then I don't know about you, in the pitch dark, I like to cross a room with a series of roundhouse kicks as hard as I can. That's just how I do.
Find a way to go.
Yeah, I'm like, how are you gonna know if there's an intruder with a knife unless you
Unless you
cross
kick
the
the
street,
darkness.
unless you've crossed like you're Ryu from Street Fighter 2.
So I picture you silently roundhousing.
Yeah, I'm just
'Cause you don't
yeah.
want to wake her up.
No. Of course not.
He's like,
Yeah. I'm all guy. So, like, no.
Hadouken.
So
Hadouken.
anyway, and then somehow, so my girl had vacuumed her room and left.
blame it on her cleaning.
I did. And she left her heavy ass 1970s fucking vacuum cleaner just in the, not even in the middle of the room, right in front of the bathroom door. Oh, wow. So I just fucking laid into this thing and I broke my fucking toe, second one over from my pinky toe. It hurts, and like I kicked. I must have just been strutting across this room super fat. I don't know what the fuck happened, but I kick into this thing. The thing knocks over, and then my girl just hears me just go, this most old man sound ever, and she wakes up immediately. She's like, concerned sounds. The dog's playing upstairs. Anyway, so I'm peeing, I'm sitting on the toilet peeing and groaning like, bruh. And I knew my toe was broken because you get that stomach, like you're nauseous for a second. I'm like, oh great, I'm fucking, and then I ended up going back to sleep right away because I'm old.
If you break your toe, would you have still sat down to pee?
Yeah, just for the not turning on a light.
Gotcha.
Because if you turn on a light, then
You don't trust your stream.
yes. And also it's in my house, maybe, but with my girl's place, I got to pretend that I'm not a monster. No, but I mean, if you turn the light on, then your eyes adjust and then you're awake. You know what I mean? Because of the bright light wakes you up. I just sat down in the dark and peed and then groaned.
No judgment, man.
Okay, I do that. Also, she doesn't let me stand up to pee. Not in her house.
You're over here, you sit
Yeah, and then I get to take off the dog collar as I exit the. These are her rules. So
The only way you stand and pee is when you're peeing on her.
Yeah, exactly. It's the only time. And so. Yeah. So anyway, so I go back to sleep. I woke up the next morning. It's black, and I'm like, "Yep, I broke it." So I just taped it to the next one over, and I'm like, "Who gives a shit?" Because I don't have an extra $500 to
Sure.
have a doctor tape it to the next one
Is that
over.
how you healed it up?
Yeah, it's still probably got a couple more weeks before it's okay.
You just taped it.
Yeah, there's tape on it right now.
Didn't go to the doctor.
No, because like I said, like, is it pay $500 to have a doctor? Okay, so yes, it is, but also, this like 2 days ago, my left leg starting to hurt. Like it feels like I ran a bunch on one leg, or like I've been hopping on one leg.
Oh, you're waiting the other way.
And it's crampy. It's definitely like a muscle pain. Now, a normal person goes, "Oh, when I fuck, I guess I favor this leg." Yeah, I guess I do a lot of my thrusting with the left leg. That's fine. But in my head, I'm going, there's a blood clot working its way up my toe into my leg now, and it's gonna kill me. But literally, it's muscle pain. I can feel it, and I think it's also from driving because that's my clutch is going out. So I think I have to go like it's more work now to shift.
No, it's a clock.
Shut up. Was that you, Shane, or was that in my head?
We're not young guys.
No, dude, whatever. So it might be, who knows? I mean, what are they going to do? I'm going to pay $500 to have a doctor go, no, I don't know. Maybe.
If you think it's a blood clot, just take aspirin.
There you go.
Aspirin thins your blood. It'll fucking be fine.
And then what? Like I'm made of $6, Dan. Look.
I understand I'm asking a lot, but I'm just saying.
Anyway, so like I don't know. It's just that's just a little insight into my brain. It's basically whatever. Let's get this fucking horseshit show on the road. This is What's More Metal. This is a show where Dan and I pick the most metal shit in the universe, and we pick a couple of topics every week, and then we decide what the most metal things are in those topics. And this week we're doing most metal child's job in history. So real lighthearted.
Yeah.
And most metal number.
Yeah.
666 is off the table because,
Yeah.
of course, that's the most metal number.
Too easy. Okay.
Yeah. Shane is gonna chime in like at any point he wants to help out with riff, and he's
Yeah.
also gonna be our judge.
Yeah.
In this episode, just like he gets to decide what the most metal shit is.
That's why I'm separated from you guys.
Yeah.
yeah.
Also,
He's got a desk.
you got a huge desk.
Your Honor, what's going on?
you do look like you have the judge's podium, whatever the fuck this is. To
One of
stand,
us,
right?
if you start talking, I'll be like, objection. Also, I got a tattoo. That's the other thing I fucking forgot about.
Dan got his first tattoo.
Yeah, I totally forgot about. I don't know why I forgot because it fucking still itching right now.
Yeah,
but
you've been creaming it up.
yeah, I've been creaming it.
Good.
I've been. It's hard to jerk off enough to cream it up, but I do. I manage. Got a nice jizz paste.
There you go.
Yeah, you got to.
No, it's fucking whatever.
Yeah. Oh. What? What? Do we guys what?
Oh,
Have you seen it?
Yeah, I saw it. I give it a like on the old gram.
Yeah, yeah.
What's the story?
It's just two symbols, two nerdy symbols as fuck. It's the Klingon Empire symbol with the Terran Empire symbol superimposed on top of it.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
So, and isn't that from like
Both from Star Trek.
Star Trek? Yes, but where it's the bizarro evil
Yeah, the
universe.
Through a Mirror Darkly, the first one that they've used it a bunch.
Yes.
But in the first series, it was the one where Spock had a beard.
Yes, and then that was the symbol because it was like the Klingon Empire and the Earth Empire like joined.
Well, no, they actually. I don't think that in that one in the first series they didn't.
Right.
It was just the symbol was just a broadsword driven through the earth.
Oh, okay.
And then much later on, in like a couple I think the last series that they did, Discovery.
Oh, okay.
Like the Klingon Empire and the Terran Empire merged,
And that was the symbol.
and that's the symbol.
Okay, cool. Yeah. I was like, there is like a very specific.
Yeah.
Yes, I think that's fucking cool.
Some Trekkie listening to this right now just jerked off so hard.
Yeah.
10 to 15.
Although he got very mad for a second when Dan said Star Wars. No.
No, fuck you.
Start over. Badass, man.
I think Star Trek is for adults, and Star Wars is a really good commercial for kids' toys.
Yeah,
That's-
I think that's I'm in that
go.
I'm in that same boat now. There's been enough shit movies now where I'm like, yeah, I don't think I'm a Star Wars fan anymore. You've done
no.
it. You've driven it right into the earth, and it's not a good show. Anyway, so
Any write-ups?
huh?
You guys get any write-ups
For
in the last couple of weeks?
you bastard, put me on the spot.
Well, I'm just saying, it's been a while. You banked a lot of episodes. I would imagine there's been a lot of
Oh, have there been any write-ups?
inbox about it.
Yeah, yeah, we got yeah, of course. We
Sure.
got
Listen.
you know what? We did get a review. We got reviewed. We got voted most metal podcast to fill up while listening to Bukkake Fan Magazine.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ. Yep.
Fuck it up.
Nope.
That's what you get for having a bunch
No.
of actually listen to
Yeah,
some shit on.
you know what?
Yeah, yeah.
It's fine.
Oh,
Skip my
man.
segments.
God damn, I thought I.
You thought of something
I-
better than our
no.
sweet Bukkake Fan Magazine?
Listen, I mean that's a
BFM.
good one. That's a good one. But yeah, it's we got voted most metal. Most best podcast to cream up to by Burn Victims Monthly.
Hey, thank you so much. BVM doing it up. Yeah. Yeah. Fucking most metal podcast to listen to while you stick to your sheets. Fucking
While you're
dark as
sticking
fuck.
around to Burn
Oh my God.
Burn Victim Quarterly.
Oh, well, you asked for it, Shane.
Thanks, man.
But just to, when we say most metal, we mean most badass, most kick-ass, most sexy, deadly, fucked up.
Most dead Nazis.
And we're whatever killed the most Nazis. Do you want to do most metal number or child's job first, Dan?
Well, which one do you think is going to be funnier?
That is a tough call. Let's start with kids' jobs.
Yeah, kids' jobs.
Let's do. I did not bring a 20-sided die downstairs.
Neither did I.
So Dan gets to go first.
All right. I'll go first.
Most metal job for a kid
Okay.
in history.
So this is actually a very recent child job. Colombian drug assassin.
Oh,
In Colombia, they've been grabbing and training kids from the age of 11 to 14.
good. See, you got to give them some structure, and
Yeah.
I think okay,
And,
so that's good.
and then they train them to murder people.
Okay,
And because it
a
is
skill.
so much easier for a young kid to get close to the target than an adult, because they're leery of adults.
Right.
But they're like, they're not going to think this little girl, this 12-year-old girl's got a fucking gun, which she does.
Yeah.
So in from between 2007 and 2009, children assassinated 542 people in Colombia, which is all like way more than 5 a week. Like that's a lot. That's a
Wow.
lot of fucking people getting murdered.
Does
by
it say
kids.
what the benefits were or the pay?
Yeah, they actually did. They actually did describe how much the kid assassins paid. So the gangs themselves will charge 2 million pesos for a death,
Right.
but then the kids get 200,000.
Which
So
might
they,
as well be $2 million for the kid.
yeah, I mean at that point, I don't know how many fucking juice boxes that'll buy, but that's a pretty good amount. Like that's definitely a Lego set for
Yes.
sure. So, yeah, the kid child drug assassin
0709.
from 07 to 09. I don't know if the numbers have gone up and down since then, but probably up.
Kid assassin.
Yeah, kid assassin.
Kid
most
assassins.
most metal, definitely most metal child occupation.
Kinder assassin.
Kinder assassin. Kinder assassin.
Kinder assassins. It's I love it. It's just you start them off paper-clip with a rubber band in it.
Yeah.
You got to train. You work them up slowly. Then it's that wooden gun, but with the with the clothespin.
band on it.
Yeah, and those things fucking hurt.
Yeah.
They do. And then you replace. Then you just AR-15. It's just there's a big jump there right after that.
Yeah.
Like, how many of these kids do you think were killing close up? Because in my head I'm picturing like
Oh no, all of them.
Oh yeah.
getting over a banister and
No,
just
no.
taking out fishing line, just like jumping onto someone's back and choking them out.
No, it was mostly legitimately a lot of them were stabbings.
What?
Because
Yeah, man.
because you couldn't. It was hard to get a gun into the place.
No, yeah.
Like you befriend the drug lord's daughter or son. They invite you over for dinner. You show up and then you just shiv the dude who's like the head of the household. And the thing is also the reason why it's so because in Colombia at least you can't be tried as an adult until you're 16. So these kids will go to jail until they turn 16 and then get out, and they're fully trained assassins. In fact, they interviewed one kid who had been a teenage assassin, a preteen assassin, assassin,
Kinder assassin.
a kinder assassin, and then he came to the States and became a citizen. Like it's off his record. Like
Yeah.
absolutely can immigrate here. He's just living in the States now. Got a college degree. Like he's like, yeah, how do you make your money when you were a kid? Well, my dad had me work at the family business. Me too.
I had to deliver papers. Oh yeah. I kind of have a shitty job too.
I had to deliver something.
Really early in the morning.
I had to deliver a message. Call off the investigation. That was the message.
Yeah. So yeah, it's
that's so funny.
There's a bunch of kids. There's a bunch of kids in Colombia murdering adults.
Ah, fuck. You know, the worst part about getting stabbed by like a kid is their gross hands getting near your open wounds.
Yeah.
PB&J.
Yeah, oh, it's just all boogers and snot. Just like
It's
you
like
know,
getting
it's getting
bit by a
infected.
cat.
Yeah, it's getting infected right away. It's swelling up. It's getting puffy.
Shove goldfish crackers in your wound.
Yeah, he's gonna.
Left fruit by the foot all over.
It's gonna treat your neck wound like the space between your car seats. It's just gonna be full of chips and wet fucking gum.
You know, gushers full of poison. Like that. Oh man. It would suck to know that I'm gonna die because a kid got me.
Yeah.
Stabbed me.
Yep.
It would be funny though to fend off a team of them. Like a team of them came in your house and you just beat the shit out of a squad of 10-year-olds would be like if you imagine John Wick but a bunch of tiny targets.
Just getting double tapped in the head.
He's just kicking their heads through drywall and shit. Their tiny skulls.
I mean,
Love that.
honestly, that's the dream.
That
If you think about it, like, because almost never are you gonna get to do that and actually still be justified in doing so. But if they're like, yeah, they were gonna stab me and had knives, so I had to curb stomp all of them.
yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Punting a kid
Yeah.
across my living room.
Yeah.
God,
Yeah.
that's my dream.
Yeah.
And I have a child. I'm just waiting for it to cross me with a knife one day. Fuck, man. I would love to just beat the brakes out. That'd be terrifying. Would you hesitate?
For the kid?
Would you hesitate?
I really hate
Is there
kids.
a part of you that thinks like, maybe I'll be the first one to let him know you don't have to live this life, and they're like, "You're right, mister."
No, I don't know. I'd feel like I would just be like a kid has a knife on you. I'd be like, all right, chill. But he comes lunging at me. I'm like, no, I'm laying this little dude out. I mean, it'd be the one of the few times I'd feel pretty confident. I'm like, maybe I can do this. Like,
Maybe we're gonna take this one.
there'd be a lot of times with even like a, I don't know, like a husky lady, and I'd be like, oh fuck, I guess this is how I go out. But like a 10-year-old, I'm like, hey, I don't know, I got a fighting chance here.
Yeah, yeah.
I can already. I'm just in the minute you brought up kids attacking me. I have a fantasy about me taking a shower and then seeing just the smallest shadow of a kid come out, and I just time it to where he goes to stab, and I just wrap him up in the shower curtain. Push him back, grab the back of the toilet seat cover, and just fucking
Smash it, break his head open.
Oh, I want that so bad for myself. So any of you Colombian assassin kids looking to come out of retirement, come find me. I'm in St. John's in Portland.
Just fucking, yep, we got a classic toddler got a toilet tanking.
Classic toddler tank.
Like, what?
Terrifying.
I had to flush half his brains. I'm sorry, I just had to do. That's so fucking funny.
There was a movie called Tales from the Hood back in the day. You
Yeah.
guys seen that?
Oh yeah.
When you started talking about little kids attacking you, I just remembered that scene where there was those little possessed puppets
Yeah.
running in.
Oh yeah.
Little Niglet.
I haven't seen that movie in so long. I keep confusing it with Leprechaun in the Hood in my head.
Oh, there's a leprechaun in the hood?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
It's one of the best ones. Oh yeah. He's in space, right? He went to space at
He
one
went to
point.
space. Leprechaun in space, Leprechaun in the Hood.
Yeah. They were both really
When
good.
the franchise is over, when is the franchise over? Space or the hood?
Space.
Space.
Space is one of the last
It
ones you
didn't
do.
kill the Jason franchise.
That's true.
Jason X took place on a spaceship in the future, and then it just kept going.
Space in the hood though. Hood space.
Hood
Oh
space.
shit, that's the next level.
The leprechaun in the space, in the hood, in the space, in space,
Space Hood.
on a spaceship, on
Yeah.
on a space station.
Yeah. Oh, I love it. Like, yeah. I don't know. I just picture it's like a long time, like 20. Yeah. I'm trying to think of like Ghetto Planet XJ9 Swarm 2259. It's like, I love it. That's so funny to me. All right, now I got a whole. I want to see a future fucking I want to fucking see a future Hood movie like that.
Leprechauns in the Hood.
And then
Good space.
some guy finds a. Anyway, yeah, sorry. Now I just want to go off about it. You do it like the Mogwai store, you know what I mean? Like a guy finds oh, there's a shamrock on this box, and they're like,
Oh, it's more like Hellraiser. Like he finds a box with a shamrock on it.
Yeah.
And it's just a puzzle that he can't. He tries to solve the puzzle and he puts the shamrock together and then
It's full
the
of
leprechaun
gold.
comes out.
yeah, it's gold. It's not even worth that much because it's the future. Fuck, that's fucking great. All right, my choice, motherfuckers. All right. Again, it's between a bunch, but one of the best ones I found was this during the 1700s. Naval vessels, ships, and what have you, had a job for kids called the Powder Boy or the Powder Monkey.
What?
Oh yeah, they would kidnap kids. So it was a hardcore job search. But basically, the cannons in the belly of the ship, the cannons and the cannonballs are in a separate part of the ship from the magazine where all the gunpowder is. So while they're firing these cannons, they called the Powder Boy to go run down and grab sacks of black powder and run them up. So while these kids are running back up to drop off like gunpowder, sparks and shit are flying they're all over the place. Also, cannonballs are blowing through the side of the ship, so like splinters and shit are blasting through, like all kinds of shit, and they're trying to like keep sparks off the fucking and a lot of them didn't make it past any of these battles. Like, yeah, it's like so it's just a kid with a sack full of gunpowder running like up and down through the ship. And he got paid exactly food to do that job.
Wow, well, that's actually pretty good.
Yeah, it's not too fucking bad.
Yeah, especially at that time.
I just like this. That's a hardcore job.
That sounds rough, but you said monkey. It's like I'm picturing a monkey now.
Oh, they probably put him in a little fez or something.
The fucking powder monkey.
Powder monkey, get up here with the gunpowder.
Was this like what was it? Year, like the time frame?
It's like 1700s, like
Yeah.
So in the era of seagoing vessels, wooden ships,
Navy
yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
I wonder if the U.S. Navy did anything like that.
Oh, of course.
Well, I mean, it kind of predates the U.S. a little bit, so I don't know how. Let's see. I didn't like. Let's see.
There were privateers in the U.S. until like the mid 1800s. So
Let's see.
absolutely.
People needed cannonballs and that black. What is it called?
Black powder.
Black powder.
Yeah.
Gotta get the powder monkey up here.
Get the
Dude,
powder monkey.
sailing and shit in general back in the day was like a fucking shit job for
Yeah. In general.
I've seen all the Pirates of the Caribbean. I know.
It's literally like imagine like sub Burger King worker like out on the high seas where there's no laws or anything to stop you, like and your boss was just a guy with like an iron rod. It was just like, get the fuck back and swab, motherfuckers, and you're like, shit. Yeah, it's like it was a fucking rough gig. And then so this was the lowest person on that totem pole was the kid with the dynamite sack, basically. So from what I'm reading, the British Royal Navy did this into the 1790s, it looks like, and we didn't. Let's see,
The U.S. didn't do it.
1812. Both sides utilized special physical gifts. The Powder Monkeys. What a fun title. Let's see. Yeah. So yeah, I'm sure we did. I'm sure we used that
100%.
but for the ass end of it. But that's to me was a legit shitty gig for a kid. And
Imagine the amount of fucking respect that kid got, like after he ranked up.
yeah, if he ranked up and kept.
Be a powder monkey.
Yeah.
If he
And,
survived.
like, I'm guessing after a while, if you got too big, you know what I mean? Like they were like, all right, well now we need you to swab shit, you know, like because you need the kid to be like tiny so he can go jump down to like the small ass magazine and shit and get through like up and down the ship like quickly. So yeah. Anyway,
Yeah.
Brutal.
tough as fuck.
Tough as fuck.
Shane, who do you think won between? Dan chose the
Colombian preteen assassins.
Kinder assassins.
Assassins.
And then I chose the Powder Monkeys of the.
It seems like this is all in one Disney Junior show.
Yeah.
It is.
Assassin and Powder Monkey.
That would be the best Seals and Crofts
Holy
show of all
shit.
time.
It's the Adventures of Kid Assassin.
Hand me more dynamite, Powder Monkey. Here you go, Kinder Assassin.
Murking motherfuckers.
Just all they do is just kill people.
I gotta say, man, a Kid Assassin is that's pretty
I kind of agree.
pretty brutal.
It's fucking
And
brutal.
horrible.
It is.
It is horrible for them, but also kind of funny.
Yeah,
If you
it's-
think about it, I mean, let's face it.
It's both funny and awful.
That's kind of like that's a real thing.
yeah.
Oh, I mean, mine was too. I didn't.
Yeah.
Just,
Yeah, but no one grows up to be a professional powder monkey.
that's true. You don't make it.
You don't make it.
That's true.
But there's like a real deal like
Shiving a dude
Jason
too.
Bourne kid
Yeah.
somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's a master
You mean to tell
shivman.
me Matt Damon was a Colombian child? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's brutal.
That is totally real. I agree. I think Dan did win this
And I
one.
was in the military, so I mean,
Yeah.
nothing against my fellow powder monkeys out there. But
Go down there and get it. Was that a gig like where you just pick a small guy to like, all right, you're loading shells or whatever. You grab bullets.
usually the most junior enlisted person on any like unit has the shittiest fucking.
Yeah.
Like when the first time I was in Iraq, there was a kid in my platoon who had he boot camp and then training school. He'd been in the military doing his job for probably 2 weeks.
Uh-huh.
So after all the training stuff, his first duty station was Fallujah. Boom, here we go.
Oh Jesus.
And he was a grunt,
Yeah.
so he was just the bottom of the barrel, and he had only been in the military for, I don't know, since breakfast.
Yeah.
So this guy's whole job was to pour gasoline into the shitter holes and just mix them up. Mix up shit and fucking he was latrine duty all day.
Yeah.
Digging holes.
Well, you put gasoline in the shitholes?
burn the shit up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, try to burn it up and get it nice and tarry and all that stuff.
And you just stir it after, while it's on fire, or like.
No, you let it burn like
Oh, okay.
those cocktails people make where they
Yeah.
burn up the
Oh, okay, okay.
except the shit.
Okay, so it's a flaming Dr. Pepper.
That's what they got to go work the flaming Dr. Peppers. Yeah, stuff like that, or you get stuck with just like shit duty,
Yeah.
cleaning stuff.
Yeah.
Like a buddy of mine, when he first joined the Navy, his job was, while the ship was in port, was to hang off the side of the ship and just paint it grayer than it already is.
Yeah.
That's a real job to this day
Yeah.
that people have.
You're like,
Sure.
man, I hope I do not get shot in the ass, armed only with a paint bucket,
Yeah.
because that would fucking suck.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So shout out to you powder monkeys.
Yeah. Dan, did you have a backup?
I have a few.
Okay.
But the one that I want to talk about, was not my most metal choice because
Yes.
it's fucking horrifying. But they were called matchstick dippers.
Oh no.
So what they would do is it was like in the 17 and 1800s. They would take young girls and put them to work dipping matchsticks in white phosphorus so that they would light on fire easier. But
Yeah.
it turns out white phosphorus is both sticky and poisonous. So they would get it on their hands and then they would eat
No.
lunch and it would give them it would make them sick with a disease, a condition called Fossey jaw.
No. No.
And here's
What?
a picture.
No.
Here's a picture of Fossey jaw.
It's named after
This
Bob
is-
Fosse.
This is a artist rendition of what it looked like.
Oh no.
It's just like
It eats your cheeks,
It eats your
apparently.
cheeks and jaw apart.
Oh my god.
still alive.
So yeah, well they would die pretty shortly after they got it.
Guessing the eating thing.
Well, I
and-
mean, it was just cancerous. I mean,
Yeah,
it was
yeah.
just fucking you up. So
God.
But yeah,
damn.
it was a occupation where no one retired. Like
Jesus
you didn't even make it really to
Christ.
fucking past puberty, honestly.
Oof.
So yeah, but there was
Pay
like
was pretty good.
no.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah,
all right.
well,
Whoa,
no. Turns out
Okay.
you got paid in matchsticks.
All the matchsticks you can eat.
You
got
got
paid in
paid in-
tasty phosphorus.
Oh no. Oh my God.
but it is fucking horrifying.
Oh.
Yeah, the actual pictures are worse. I picked the artist rendition because it was like that's the most palatable.
Are you looking at the actual photos?
Yeah, well, now I'm reading this thing that they found a child whose gender is unclear died between 12 and 14 years old and had suffered from scurvy and rickets and possibly tuberculosis and phaseal jaw.
Damn.
Yeah, just the fucking
Yeah.
That is the mix.
cornucopia of all the raw shit you can. Good God.
God.
Yeah.
Think of how like sad that kid's kids were, you know? It's a rough ass life.
Wow.
Okay, to move this along, I chose honestly this it's between a couple, but chimney sweeps
Yeah.
in the Victorian era, like fucking fucked up gig.
Yeah.
Mary Poppins made that shit look. Dick Van Dyke dancing on chimneys.
Oh yeah, with his Australian accent, dude. Okay, so chimney sweeps, like the chimney, they made them really small, like less than like 9 inches wide, or whatever. They're so like less than a wood chimney. So they had the kids like as young as 4 climb up these things, and so but they were sometimes still hot because hey, it's fucking cold out.
Yeah.
So to toughen them up, I'm not even kidding, they would at night rub like a wire brush full of like pickle brine and shit on their elbows and knees so
Yeah.
it scuff them up. And so basically it put this like, they described it as like put a shell of like callus.
Callus up.
Yeah. So their kids would like, they said it would look like armor on these kids' elbows and knees.
Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah. And so,
Helping those kids out.
and then they would go up and they would have to like, knock all this like shit out. And that all that soot is like, fucked up for your eyes and your
Super
lungs.
cancerous.
It's super cancerous. It's super fucked up.
blackface.
Let's get real. Let's get real. You come out of there.
Cultural
Problematic
appropriation.
chimney sweeping kids.
Yeah.
You better not be singing a song. That's all I gotta say. You're gonna look real bad. So
If it
nobody
is, it's
take a picture of these kids.
You got to sing it in a Cockney accent.
Jesus
if
Christ.
If you sing it in any other, it's
so
like Southern
rough.
accent, it's real bad.
So rough. So rough. Anyway, so these kids would come out of there and like the term light a fire under your ass comes from chimney sweeps, because if they thought you were like working fast enough, they would light a fire in the bottom of the chimney to kind of heat things up in there, so it would start to get real hot and you would like fucking burn yourself, so they would have to work faster.
Yeah.
That's where that term comes from. Is cooking a 4-year-old kid in a pipe. That job is fucking gnarly. Also, they started to make it illegal. Like, hey, you can't hire little kids. Like, these are 4-year-olds. So they would hired them on as apprentices, or as we call them, interns. Yeah, and they would have a unpaid internship where college credit and maybe food. Again, this paid kind of food, and and a lot of those kids did not make it very far in the old chimney sweep game.
I was reading about that, and apparently they didn't get paid in very much food because they
that's
wanted
right.
to keep them small.
Right.
Because otherwise they
forgot.
grow out of fucking. They wanted to stunt their growth so they could be a chimney sweep for as
They were
long
on
as
that whole
possible.
chimney diet.
Yeah, you know the one.
So rough. They're on the chimney diet. That's.
Wait, if
They left that out of. It's the spoonful of sugar is all the food you get for a week. Food you get for a week. Food you get for a week. Just a spoonful of sugar. And then we will scuff your knees.
If they're lighting a fire under their ass to get them to hurry up, then I'm imagining these kids have to climb up and out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is there a rope around these?
Well, it's not like a big fire. It's like a little one, just at the like. So even if they came down, they would have to like.
They're not monsters. It's just a little fire.
It's a little fire.
little fire.
It's a kid. It's a fire for a kid.
It's a
tiny one.
kid-sized fire.
It's just enough to like heat things up. Yeah.
Powder monkey sounds way better than
Yeah.
fucking
Yeah. Chimney
Yeah.
sweep was real rough.
your guaranteed food.
Yeah. All right. So real quick, Dan. Anything else? Any others?
I don't. I mean, there was one that was just the Lob Lolly Boy. I don't know if you saw this one.
No.
It was a job. It was also a job on a ship. They would kidnap kids and bring them on a ship, and they would help they would be the surgeon's assistant on the ship.
Oh,
but
fuck.
like that's not as cool as they weren't like a nurse. Like their job was things like pouring hot tar in open wounds, cleaning up puke, gathering up severed limbs.
Yeah.
When there was a pile of them, and holding people down during amputations. That was pretty much their job description.
Just described my
Injecting
job.
mercury.
Yeah,
Shaft
They were
off.
combat medics, but they were 7.
Doing that early.
Yeah.
Jesus.
So yeah, it was pretty bad. But
Yeah, I think.
Collecting limbs, I guess.
Oh my God. Hey kids, want to play Operation? You don't have a choice. Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Also, leaving out injecting mercury up pee holes and shit.
That's probably one of the
That
things
was probably-
to cure syphilis.
Yeah, that's like 90% of their gig.
Yeah.
Mercury. That was their big cure.
It's cure for everything.
Yeah.
Including life. Including being alive.
Yeah. Still mercury dick. Thermometer cock, we called it.
Yeah.
Another one I found. Coal mining it was like a big kids job, and that made sense to me because kids love Minecraft. They love playing it.
Yeah.
Why not play it for real? They're gonna play it for real. Hey kids, get down there, man. I need some shit to make red switches for these for these roller coasters.
My kid would totally do that.
Oh, they would love it. PewDiePie in their ear. Collect more shale.
That's so fucked up.
Yeah.
I just had to throw that one in there. When I read coal mining, I was like, well, that makes sense. I get it.
I mean,
Yeah.
you think about the Indiana Jones movie.
Oh, yeah.
A bunch of those kids down there.
Oh, they love it.
Great time.
They love it.
Fun
Yeah.
fact, all those kids were white.
Oh, were they
Yeah.
in brownface?
Well, it's because of the coal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Kalima. Fucking anyway, I think that's gonna bring us to the next topic.
Yep.
Next topic.
Fuck yeah. Okay, so next topic we're doing most metal number.
Yeah.
And Dan went first last time. I get to go first this time. Most metal number 666, again off the table. Clearly the most metal number.
Sure.
I chose the number 4.3 million. I think is the most metal number because that's the amount of Nazis that died in World War II.
Oh, wow. That is good.
Yes, sure. That's also just German citizens, but yeah, you know what I mean. That's just the whole fucking number, and
Both.
yeah, I think that's fucking. I mean,
What was it?
4.3 million.
Million seems kind of low. Kind of low.
Yeah, no, for real, for having you know what I mean.
How many got
Yeah.
away?
Too fucking many.
The rest of the country.
Would you believe I didn't look that number up? Oh, so 3 million German soldiers. So let's just make it 3 million. 3 million is the most metal number and not
Yeah.
4.3 million. Even though,
Even though citizens were also Nazis.
they were Nazis, but I mean, only 30% of those. So really,
Yeah.
25% or so.
Yeah.
So, but we're there willingly, probably. So anyway, 3 million would say the most metal number, total number of Nazis killed in World War II.
It's a good one.
Yeah. And now they're rocking in hell.
Yeah.
Fuck them. Goodbye. I think it's a kick-ass number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So my choice for most metal number is mostly because of how little sense this number actually makes that it exists.
Yes.
It's the number I, which stands for the square root of -1. So,
What?
like,
I fucking math major Dan.
yeah, right. But I mean, here's the thing. So when you multiply two negatives together, you get a positive, right? But they had to come up with some way to talk about what two numbers multiplied together to make -1. So they came up. They call it I for imaginary. It's just an imaginary number, which should not.
If
You
it's
would think.
imaginary, why are we even talking
Yeah,
about
I know. You would think that would have no use whatsoever, and yet it's useful in so many ways. It's used all over math. So the whole notion of like people being mad about math and math making no sense, you are 100% correct.
Yeah.
We're using imaginary numbers to explain real shit
Yeah.
all the time. So
it? Bored?
no, because it was fucking useful.
Yeah.
I mean, it just turned out that like you needed to take the square root of a negative number, and then they just came out. It had to be there, and it had to be something. So it turns out I.
That's crazy.
I squared is
Well, I
negative
mean,
one.
it's not that. I mean, everything's made up or whatever. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like, you know what I mean? Like, or it's like, oh, you know, that's a tree or whatever. You're like, oh, idiot. What are you naming that for, you dumb shit? When are you ever going to use that?
That just boils my blood, though.
Well, the only
It's like, I, for imaginary number, let's fuck up young Shane in high school.
That would exactly be the point where I just flip my desk over and go, I'm out.
this.
Fuck this. I'm smoking out in the parking lot.
All those
I'll see you
answers
guys later.
told me that were wrong on my exam, teacher.
Yeah.
I was just using imaginary numbers.
You know what? I'm going to be in front of the Little Caesars smoking a cigarette. So, because that's how I spent my high school years. Yeah, I would lose. Like, there's shit like that definitely like always drove me crazy. I hated math because it was like I hated that every day you came in and you were wrong again. Anew. Every day you walked in and go, hey, now you're not right, and you're like, I fucking hate you and I hate this. Like,
You thought you were dumb yesterday?
yeah.
It's a new day.
You know how it took you all day yesterday to fucking barely grasp this? You were wrong. You're wrong now. It's Tuesday. It's Tuesday and you're wrong.
Yeah.
And you're like, I just, fuck this.
Yeah. It's
Just-
also I mean it's most metal because it's the most angering number.
Yeah,
like
it's
when you
fucking
whenever
infuriating.
like as soon as when you're in class and they start talking about it, like
Yeah.
you could just see people just be like, fuck you. Like that just immediately get angry.
Yeah.
But it turns out like it's so useful. Like you can there's a lot of problems that are extremely difficult to solve in the real number system.
What?
When you map them but when you map them to the imaginary number system, solves easy, and then you map it back into the real number
Because
system.
You're bringing imagination into it.
That's why when I do my taxes, just use all emojis.
Number of dependents. Poop about it.
Sorry, I'm using the imaginary number scale, so you
Yeah.
have to bear with me.
What's
So,
the
yeah.
imaginary number for the amount of Nazi soldiers that died?
Oh, that is
just a
it's the
an
poop
eggplant
emoji, but with a boner.
It's an eggplant emoji with water coming out of it, and then a cry laugh.
That's yep. It's a peach with water coming out of it.
Oh, God. Oh, I'm so upset by that.
I'm sorry.
Well, I think I already know how you're going to vote. But Shane, who do you think won in the most metal number? Is it the I,
Yeah.
Dan Weber's I number, or is it 3 million?
Because Dan's number just really just brought back a lot of traumatic high school and junior high school memories for me. I'm gonna go with Nazis.
No, okay,
Yeah.
damn.
I mean, obviously Nazis.
Really?
I mean,
Yeah.
'cause dead Nazi.
I can see that going either
You
way.
could have said one
Yeah,
dead Nazi.
that's true. Which is great.
That's
Yeah.
great.
Which is always good.
Right. But I know that the number you gave me is a real number.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's why
Okay.
this is more metal.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah, and they both those numbers really affect you and or people in
One
and
in a positive way.
positive way, negative way.
Yeah.
Your number didn't keep me from graduating on time in high school because Shelby County, Tennessee made calculus mandatory.
Oh my
for
God.
high school seniors.
Jesus
I
Christ.
graduated in 01. In 2000, the only math requirement you needed to graduate from high school was algebra 2.
Yeah.
And in 01, I got there and they were just like, surprise motherfuckers, calculus. I'm like, I haven't taken pre-cal yet. They're like, yeah, you got fall semester and then second semester you'll take cal.
Jesus
Graduated
Christ.
in the summer of 2001, and I didn't get to walk the stage because fucking numbers. Real
Jeez.
numbers, not even imaginary.
I think that's really weird that Tennessee did that.
They were trying to be progressive.
they were trying to like force education on kids.
You gonna get to learning.
We're taking calculus now. I got 3 teeth. 1 tooth free.
The rest are high numbers.
Rest are all I numbers.
That's like,
Imaginary.
I also went to like a prep school. So
Oh,
maybe
okay.
That's what it was.
Oh,
That
okay.
was definitely one.
That makes
School with those other fucking dumb fucks.
I have a backup for most metal number,
Okay.
real fast.
69.
That number is 58,008. Because when you turn it upside down, it says boobs on a calendar.
That's what I learned in
yeah.
school.
That number fucking rocks.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Get on a
if somebody
calculator.
did, if somebody did it, like if like with the scrolling number things or whatever, or anything like that, like or even like on a jumbotron, if somebody just did it, I'd be like, "This is the best day." I'm old, and I would still be like, "Yes! Oh shit, he wrote boobs and numbers." So,
You're a numbers guy. Is there like a sexy number for mathematicians where you just see a clitoris in the numbers or some shit? I don't know.
I don't think so.
I would say 8 equal D.
Yeah.
Is also
Yeah,
if you
yeah.
want to count that as it's more of a equation.
Probably the golden mean would be one. The golden ratio.
The ratio, yeah.
Yeah, golden ratio would be the one that would do it.
That is pi.
No, it's 1.6 something.
It's like-
it's a rational number, but it's like an irrational number, so it just goes on forever.
Yeah.
I know that's upsetting as well.
I thought it's
irrational number is fucking.
All this math
I think it's like part of pi or something, right? Like the golden ratio.
Yeah, I mean it's
You mean like
it's another pi is another ratio. Like it's
Right.
It's like pi is a different ratio.
okay, yeah,
I feel
I
one
see.
of my balls moving into my body. That's how uncomfortable.
But this is
Yeah.
my backup for most mental number. It is 2.65919 followed by 36,305 zeros. And that is because that number is 6 to the 6th to the 6th power.
That sucks. That rocks. No, that's great.
It is a gigantic number, but it's
That's dope.
I thought you were just gonna be like, oh, that's called like a Google cock or something. Like I thought it was just gonna have a funky name.
I don't actually think when a number has that many zeros they have a name for it.
Yeah, they go up there. There's like Googleplex and
Yeah, but that's only a few more zeros than trillion.
oh, okay.
Like I don't think it's like
Right.
there's I think it goes all the way up to like 10 to the 23rd, which is just 23 zeros behind it, or 24 or whatever. But like after that,
I feel like, I mean, I might be wrong, but I would be surprised if people didn't take that opportunity to just name a set of numbers like that for themselves. You know what I mean? Like a whole decimal place to just be like,
They probably-
that's mine.
they probably have like
That's an
a rule
Amazon
of thumb.
of numbers or
A
whatever.
rule of thumb for like it's just a repeating pattern, and
Yeah.
then you add like a different like vowel to the end of it or something
Right.
like that.
That's a
I have no idea.
Pepsiplex.
Yeah.
Right there. Pepsi Cola. It bought the rights to whatever.
Yeah, I mean they definitely did it when you go down. Like they've got like nano and micro and femto. I
Quit
think
describing my dick. Okay. Stupid. But yeah, so fuck yeah, that's been. I don't think we're gonna do the rest of it. We're pushing 8:30 now, so
Yeah,
we'll
yeah,
probably
we
get
gotta
you
go.
guys out of here to get to these shows. But anyway, thanks for listening. Hopefully this sounded at all
decent.
decent and worked. So we'll find out. But thank you guys for listening. This has been What's More Metal. Hey, one more time for Shane. Everybody,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
fuck yeah. Fucking Shane Brandon. Follow Shane on social medias.
Yeah.
Planet,
Black Planet,
MySpace,
MySpace,
Farmers Only.
Farmers
Farmers
Only.
Only?
Yes.
It's all
Yeah.
Shane Brendan, all across platforms.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and anyway, but yeah, we'll see you guys in the future. Probably gonna be a Patreon episode, but we'll see you in the
Yeah.
future. Later, guys.
Yep, bye.
Carnival Studios.